today we are packed up and ready to head down the trail to Adventureland. And where are we going today? Minnie the Body Shop Girl, where are we going today?
Hanksville.
We're going to Hanksville to do what?
Oh, actually, no, that's not where we're going.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we're going to
We're going to
Hanksville.
Mars.
Oh, that's right.
We are going to Mars, everyone.
We're going
Come
to Mars.
along, join us, and see the amazing, outstanding features of Mars.
I forgot. We're going to Mars today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got all our gear here. We got our oxygen tanks and our protective radiation wear. And look what I got, people, just in case when we get to Mars. I have my Geiger counter ready to go. So if we get any in any bad turbulence of radiation, we're covered.
When we go through the radiation belt, what's it called, the Allen belt?
Yeah, I don't know what you're in more of that than I am.
Well, you're the one that told me about it, so.
The radiation barrier. Yeah, so we got to go through the radiation barrier. That's going to be about what? How many miles? About 680 million?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go like 680 million miles, and then once
we'll probably swing past the sun while we're at it, because you know it's 93.
Well, you know Jupiter.
Miles.
We got to go to Jupiter, and we got to hit. We got to hit that other planet, Saturn, with the 3 rings.
We also got to watch out for once we get off of Earth. We got to watch out for Earth because it's spinning and moving all at the same time.
Right. We're not going to get into that conspiracy theory today about flat Earth. Okay, we're going to get into Mars.
Mars, here we come.
So we got our protective helmets on with our laser beam lighting. You can see that if anybody messes with us, they're going to get the light. They're going to get the laser beam. We got our retractable protract knife going on here, and other equipment that we can't really talk about. It's, you know, top secret stuff. Am I right?
Top secret.
Yeah. Only NASA knows what we're carrying today. You know, because we had to get clarification and clearance with NASA to do this.
Yeah.
So NASA said, "Yeah, sure, my friend Pete, go ahead. You can go to Mars today." So when we get close, we're going to go ahead and turn the cameras back on. And I got my walking stick, of course. Now, I do have my lead shoes because, you know, there's no gravity up there in space. So I got my lead shoes on. And then, of course, I got my fireproof protective radiation barrier coat and my hat to protect my smart brain. So, I mean, we're ready.
We're ready.
Let's go. Where's your smart hat? Where's your lead-free smart hat? Did you bring it?
I did.
It's down there? Okay, you don't need it yet.
I got it.
Because we're going to decompress the cabinet of our spaceship, and you won't need it yet. So let's get into our spaceship.
Mars, here we come.
Made by the corporation of Dodge, not in America, of course. So we're going to get in our spaceship, and we're going to take a flight to Mars today. And when we get close, we will turn the camera back on. And hopefully, wish us luck that the radiation barrier doesn't kill us. Wish us luck.
In a small town called Hanksville, Utah, there's a destination that we call the Mars Desert Research Station, MDRS for short. This research station is the largest and longest running Mars surface research facility and is one of 2 simulated Mars analog habitats owned and operated by the Mars Society. The MDRS station was built in the early 2000s in the western United States hemisphere. The MDRS campus includes a 2-story habitat with a greenhouse, a solar and robotic observatory, an engineering pod, and a science building. Just a small story background history of the operation includes the MDRS station is situated on the San Rafael Swell of southern Utah, 11.63 kilometers by road northwest of Hanksville, Utah. It is the second such analog research station to be built by the Mars Society, following the Flashline Mars Arctic Research Station, FMARS, on Devon Island in Canada's high Arctic. The project's goals are to develop field tactics based on environmental constraints, being required to work in spacesuits, test habitat design features and tools, and access crew selection protocols. Although much warmer than Mars, the desert location was selected because of its Mars-like terrain and appearance. One more time. Mars-like terrain and appearance. One more time. Mars-like terrain and appearance that you would see on your Saturday morning sci-fi flicks, possibly TV show, or possibly something that is created AI on the internet with NASA, NASA, Mars-like terrain and appearance. The Mars Society is an international non-profit organization that works with governments to promote the usage of Mars exploration through various projects such as M.A.R.S. Each crew establishes different scientific goals they hope to accomplish during their time at the MDRS. MDRS is owned and operated by the Mars Society, which selects the crew and handles most of the administration tasks. The MDRS hosts a training program funded by the NASA program, NASA, which hosts teachers to support in projects made to simulate the living environment on the moon or Mars. Crews often study endoliths found in rocks at the MDRS on the planet Earth, not Mars. These species of bacteria are capable of living inside rocks and obtaining the energy they need by photosynthesizing the light that penetrates the rocks on the planet Earth, not Mars. These extreme organisms are a popular subject of research at MDRS for both geologics and biologicals on the planet Earth, not Mars. A human factor study that examines the correlation between cognitive ability and mood of the human being on the planet Earth, not Mars, and a study on how much a spacesuit inhabits dexterity in comparison to regular street clothes on the planet Earth, not Mars. We now venture to Hanksville, Utah, out in the hard, harsh, red dirt, mobilized, extreme heat desert of Utah to study and see in person what Mars is really like. Because we all know that Mars is millions of light years away, and not Mars. We now venture to Hanksville, Utah, out in the hard, harsh, red dirt, mobilized, extreme heat desert of Utah to study and see in person what Mars is really like. Because we all know that Mars is millions of light years away, and what we are going to do is see a sandbox, a play box, a box full of sand where human beings join and gather to play in. It's a big man's play box of sand. The crew commanders are responsible for the entire crew and operations. These responsibilities include maintaining a structured stream of information from the crew to mission support, establishing the agenda for each day. The executive officer's duty is to act as the second in command during the biologic work together to establish and accomplish the scientific goals of this mission on the planet Earth. Both the crew geologists and crew biologists work with the remote science team, RST, during all stages of the mission. The chief engineer is responsible for maintaining all systems necessary for routine habitat operations. This includes the power, water, ATV, and greenhouse system. Let's get with my friend Pete. Let's go out there. Let's see what's going on as we trudge our way through Calpatty Road, aka bullshit, and see just what's going on out here at this so-called Mars station on the planet Earth. Right now, today, here we go.
We have now entered an area called Mars. So this is located right here in the state of Utah. And what this is, the area that we're in, this is the Mars Research Center. Now I want everybody to take a very close look at it. And before we go that far, here's our sign, our first resemblance of what's going on out here. Do you see what that says? Limited use area. Stay on existing maintained roads only. So I want everybody to pay real close attention out here to the terrain and the existence of what's going on. And you can see that what you're looking at on the internet and what you see where they say pictures of Mars, this, that, and the other, is basically coming from out here. So we're going to go down the road, we're going to drive through here, and we're going to go down. Now, many said it's still about 4 miles away to the existence of the Mars Research Center. So we're going to go ahead and drive through the desert and try to get to the research center to prove that when you're looking up in the sky and you're on the internet looking around and you see all these things that says pictures of Mars, this is where the pictures are, people, okay? They're not on Mars. So we traveled down the road approximately about 1.25 miles, and the area that we're in, this is called Cow Dung Road. Does that make any sense? Cow Dung Road. And I want to show you, if you look at the landscape across this terrain right here, this slope of a mound, it looks like, literally looks like cow dung. Anybody familiar that's not familiar with the word cow dung, that is cow shit. Literally, this looks like giant cows used to roam the country, and it's petrified shit. Shit hill, people. Shit hill right there. So that's the name of this road we're on. It's called Cow Dung Road, and unbelievable. Yeah, but this is Mars. This is Mars, as far as your eye can see. So what are you thinking about Dung Road, Cow Dung Road?
It does look like big.
Being in Mars, since we're on Mars, do you think giant cows roamed the planet?
Maybe they did.
I'm kind of afraid to go any further. We might run into giant Martians.
Giant cows.
I mean, picture where we're at here. Just picture where we're at. Can you kind of see that?
Oh.
And you know, take yourself, you know, build yourself a little remote control car that looks like a rover, and kind of put it out in the middle of that field out here, and you know, use your contrast adjustments and brightness controls. You know, threshold, that's one. You know, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in photography that, you know, most of the world doesn't know about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying about at one time giant cows roamed Mars, and this is the land of the giants is where we're at here. Okay, we're gonna have to put our Mars boots on, because I heard that on the planet Mars the terrain is very treacherous, and everything else going on with Mars that could be obstructly indescribable, that my friend Pete can't pronounce the words that they use that's not in the dictionary. Let's get down the road and see if we can get past the cow dung. Okay, what we just come upon, people, this is a petrified, probably 6 million year old skull head of a Martian dinosaur. That's a Martian dinosaur that you're looking at. Now, let me go ahead and kind of get around here. You can kind of see where the spinal cord attached to his head back here. Here's his eye socket right here in this area, and then here's his nostril, and very, very good example of what it's like on the planet Mars as we pass through Cow Dung Road, and that is proof and verification that Mars actually exists. You can't say I'm a liar now. You can't do that, people. You cannot say that I'm full of shit and this is a conspiracy. This is Mars. This is it right here. We are on Mars. And what we're looking at is petrified, million-year-old petrified Mars dinosauric structural skeleton head that has turned into stone right there. Okay, less than a mile down the road, we finally came to a situation that tells us that this is government property, state land. Do you see that right there? It's a state land leased for research, no drones. And it says drone, no fly zone. Look at this. Well, what are you thinking? Our first site of action, and it says basically keep the fuck out. That's basically what it's saying. Do not enter. Wrong. Restricted access area, research personnel beyond this point only. This is the Mars Research Center of the United States of America. And yeah. All right, so we're going to go down the road a little farther here, and we have now come to, I believe this is going to be our entrance to the Research Center, the Mars Research, right out here in the middle of Utah. That just happens to look just like Mars. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to get out and walk around. All right, here we are. We are now at the entrance, and I'm really shocked that there's no fences and stuff around this.
I know, I was too.
Aren't you kind of shocked? I thought there'd be fences and drone cameras and everything else. But let's go ahead and walk up here. We're going to walk up here like this and look back in there. You can see that there's space age buildings going on with a lot of stuff. When we see, what do they call those with the telescopes, those round things? There's an observatory there, and there's round buildings and just all kinds of stuff that's got satellite. And here is the sign. We have now reached the Mars Research Station in Utah. Now look, there's something going around. I'm going to walk up here and around.
Wait till you might, okay.
What? What's your theory on
I
this?
think this right here is a ploy. This is like the fake front, just for us to see.
Oh, so you think this is a hoax?
No.
This is kind of like this is kind of like Elitch amusement park, where you get on a little ride and go through the fun house or something, and this is all fake. The real stuff's about 5 miles away, 6 miles away.
There you go.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because that little geodome right there.
Yeah.
It's funny that the windows are positioned exactly for us.
Right
to
at
see
us
them.
to see us. That is kind of odd, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
it just looks hokey.
Yeah.
And
So-
what's that covered walkway?
I don't know, but look, they even got a greenhouse back in there. They're like they're.
Walkway for what?
They got a walkway here, so you can actually walk up here and look at everything and amuse yourself with that you're on Mars. Look at here. But what is going on? That's what I'm saying. Why? What is this? What is all this about to say this is Mars? We are on Mars, people. This is Mars. Look at this. Okay? Think of yourself watching all of the Conspiracy Act bullshit on the internet and realize this is it.
This?
Yeah,
This?
top secret,
This?
real top secret action.
This is-
And then the signs, did you see the signs?
And look
They
at
were
that.
like hand painted. I mean, you could have done a better job making a sign.
Walkway, and then with the
And then
rock
it-
at the
oh,
end,
look
it's
at
like,
here.
Stop here. No.
Right. I mean, we're on a walkway of the research center. We can't go past the rocks. Don't go past the rocks. Okay?
That just,
Yeah, this is hokey pokey. I mean, do you really think that's an observatory tower over there? I mean, look at this round thing over here, like it folds open like this. Tick, 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 tick. And then the other one over there goes like this. Do you see what I...
It look like it's a quote-unquote observatory
Yeah.
with a giant telescope in it, but
And then what is what's the grain silo for? Did they buy that and then paint it white and you know, that's it?
that's a really poor stucco job.
Yeah, that's a bad stucco job on the octagon. What did you call it? Geo building, whatever. Yeah.
I would have rather seen nothing there but a fence. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, that's what I thought we were going to do, is just see a fence there.
But to see that instead of a fence,
And then they got this hokey sign that says 5-minute parking only. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but
and a hand-painted
yeah, this is a joke, people. This is ridiculous. And then look at the sign they made. I mean, this is bullshit. But if this was real professional government, would they put a sign like this up? Come on. I mean, hand painted. You could have done a better job.
That's what I'm saying.
This is just another movie set to make you believe that this is going on.
It's part of the research station. The research
There's
station.
probably a microphone out there listening to us talk.
care.
You know what I'm saying, though?
'Cause I'm sure
Yeah.
everybody that comes here says that.
Yeah. I mean, I can get my buddy, sign guy Josh, to make me a sign like that. You know,
And you can make these two all day
I can
long.
make those all day long. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is the Mars Research Center. Ha!
Mars.
I don't even see anything that says NASA on there. They should have put a fence and a sign, kind of like that over in Yerevan. Remember where we saw the where they blocked all the uranium shit off? Yeah, that would have been more impressive than this bullshit here.
You know, when you go to one of those little side of the road
Yeah, yeah. Side road attraction.
Yeah,
roadside attraction.
It's an old ghost town.
And
it's got the old buildings and everything.
This is the Mars ghost town, people. This is it. Mars, people, we're here. We made it. And look, I don't even need my oxygen. I don't need my oxygen. Look, there's no plant life. Okay, we're here. We made it to Mars. We finally made it. It's all real. It's real, people. We're on Mars, trust me. Trust me, please. Would I lie to you? Would I? Okay, we were actually driving back and I looked over my left-hand shoulder and we came across this unscrupulous situation going on over here. First of all, let's go over here and look at this. Minnie the Body Shop girl, do you know what these are? What could they be? Something on Mars. Is this what the Martians do to enjoy themselves and have a planet? This must be a board game.
No, I'm thinking those are feeders for the Martian birds.
These are the Martian birds? Okay. So these are the feeders for the Martians. Okay, let's go over.
Rocks, apparently.
They eat rocks. We don't know if those are rocks, though. We are on Mars. That could be vitamins or nutritions or some type of food. So we came across these, and they're predictably placed at a situation where the sun will allow the shadows to hit the ground at a certain level of time to hit each other. And what they are actually, they look like bundt cake. Down on Earth there, they would be bundt cake planters. You know, you make a bundt cake in the oven, and if we were on Earth, that's of course what these be. But what these are, we just really don't know. Being on Mars that we are, it's something with this that you see, and then there's three of them placed exactly, diabolically, perfectly in a triangle space to let them look like that. It's a triangle of some sort. Maybe this is the Mars Triangle. You've heard of the Bermuda Triangle? Well, this is the Marsupial Triangle. The Marsupial Triangle that will suck you in and take you to no man's land of somewhere. Unbelievable that we've actually made it. Our spaceship is still holding together. We are in good hands with our spaceship. Chrysler did a good job building that to go millions of miles that we have went. Do we still have a warranty on this spaceship? We don't know. You think? Yeah. I thought it had a 60 million mile warranty or something. Okay. And then right here is the Mars landing inscription. This is where they landed in 2023. Let's go ahead and look what it says. It says Crew 279, and then it says Mars UCLO UAVAIN. It says 02 of April to 15 of April, and then it says ARES 2023. So less than 2 years ago, the landing of Mars has been completed right here. This is a spectacular sight, a sight that we will never forget as we search and seizure Mars. Mars! The planet Mars is where we're at. Let's get back in our spaceship. I'm getting hungry. We need to get back to the rare earth and have ourselves a good old made American hamburger.
There you go. Let's get
All right, let's get in that spaceship. Hopefully we'll make it. Oh, you think we got enough fuel?
We'll have to coast a little bit.
Well, the gravity ought to suck us in.
Oh, there you go.
We should be able to just turn it off and the gravity will suck us in and
Pull us there.
pull us there. Got it. We'll put it in reverse when we start going too fast, and then we can back it off, you know, kind of ease it up, back it off a little bit. Okay. All right. And they said that there's no life on Mars. Look what I just found. Life on Mars, people. Plants, rocks. I'm breathing the fresh air of Mars. Mars, Utah. United States of America, right here. Wow. Mars. I'm on Mars. That's where I'm at.
We will now go down to the MDR's crew member fees and explain to you that this is not a free course. This is not free for you to play in the sandbox of the MDRS. So please listen closely if you are interested in joining this beautiful operation of sandbox playing in the desert of Utah. Every participant is expected to pay their security deposit of $250 per person or a minimum of $1,500 per crew no later than 66 days after formally being awarded a crew spot. Formally awarded. The crew fee must be paid 5 months prior to your rotation. If these fees are not paid, your rotation may be assigned to another crew. Standard crew fees are below. 1. Professional fees for $1,750 a week or $3,500 for a standard 2-week rotation. Students who qualify will pay fees of $1,000 per week or $2,000 for a standard 2-week rotation. We reserve the right to adjust fees 6 months prior to the beginning of the field season dependent on current costs at that time. You will be notified of any changes should it occur. Currently, we are planning to increase the fees starting 2026-2027 season, which will be about 10% of the current fees applied now. In order to qualify as students, applicants must be full-time students in a degree-seeking program at an accredited institution of higher learning. Transportation by car to and from Grand Junction, Colorado. In order to qualify as students, applicants must be full-time students in a degree-seeking program at an accredited institution of higher learning. Transportation by car to and from Grand Junction, Colorado. Included in the participation fees of the Mars Society is the transportation by car to and from Grand Junction, Colorado. All food and beverages provided during your time at the NDRS. Water, heating, electrical power, and internet services, except for batteries. Use of science and engineering and general equipment, rovers, MDRS vehicles for established vehicles. What is not included in the participation fees, listen closely. The fuel for the trip from Grand Junction to MDRS and the return trip to Grand Junction, 160 miles one way. Cost of any hotel nights in Grand Junction before and after your rotation. Cost of any hotel stay in Hanksville, except as approved by the director. Any medical expenses incurred as a result of your participation. Travel expenses from your home. And transportation expenses for crew members. Meals not consumed at the MDRS. The deposit of $1,500 for a 6-person crew will be refundable after your rotation, provided your crews do not damage, destroy, or willfully mismanage MDR's facilities and resources. This also includes the understanding that if they do not leave the station clean and organized for the next crew, each crew member will be charged a cleaning fee. This deposit will not be refunded should the crew member not attend their crew's rotation. The only exception to this is the mission dates are affected by the pandemic and or at the discretion of the Mars Society itself. Have fun, enjoy your trip, and play Martian at the MDRS. On Earth, not Mars. And play Martian at the MDRS. On Earth, not Mars. Big giant playbox, sandbox, hub. On Mars. On Earth, not Mars. Earth. Exactly my thoughts.